I'm watching the Tigers.
Good evening, guys and girls. We have college football picks. We have pro football picks. We do not have Harris. We do not have Tim, but we do have Tim's picks, and we'll have Harris's picks later in the evening. Um, Last week, college. How about this? Um, let's see. Our over unders. Tim had 2. Mike had 4. Brian had 2. Harris had 3. Keith had 3. I had 4. For this season so far, Tim has 14. Harris 7. Brian 20. Mike 11. Keith 22. And myself 17. Let's see. Our picks for the week this past week. Let's see. Harris didn't get any of the 5 right. Tim got 4. Mike got 3. Brian got all 5. Brian got all 5. Yes, sir. Keith got 4. I got 2. So season to date so far. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let's see. I was over unders there. I was over unders. My bad.
Yeah, because
yeah. Let's see. Hold on. I got it written down. I will catch up with that in a little while as to our record so far for college through week 6. So I will get that out later. Michael, you ready to start us up? You ready to crank us up tonight?
I'm going to try. I'm afraid what game you're going to give me first.
We're going to start with the Red River Shootout.
How did I know I was going to get that? Oh, Lord.
Oklahoma and Texas. Texas is a 2.5-point favorite. 42 and a hook. Have at it, Michael. Go for it.
Oh, you don't know. You don't know how much I dreaded wanting to pick this game because I watch the Austin Channel, and every night in the sports they talk to the coaches and they talk about the players and they talk about this and that and Arch is the big name and what are they going to do against Oklahoma? It's the Red River rivalry. I have to say it. I think Arch is going to be shown a little bit of a lesson in front of all those people. So I'm going to go against my state, even though I'm going to root for them on Saturday. I'm going to take Oklahoma, and I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, so I'm going to go over the total.
All right. Oklahoma and over for Mike. Brian, have at it.
Okay. Oklahoma's outstanding quarterback material is still not ready to play, so it'll be Michael Hawkins Jr. out there leading. But I think Oklahoma generally has a better team than Texas. Texas has not looked good against any team with a heartbeat. And Archie Manning's facing one of the better defenses. So their defense gave up 7 yards per play to Florida last week. So I think Oklahoma has advantages in this game. I'm picking Oklahoma to win and cover, and I'm taking the under.
Brian's going with Oklahoma and the under. Have at it, Keith.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma's a better team than Florida. And even if they do have, was it the starting quarterback, did you say, Brian?
Yeah, Material's out.
Texas, not Florida. Florida.
I still think that they'll probably beat Texas. If a starter was there at quarterback, it might not even be close, but they'll win. And I'll go over. I mean, 43.5, it's not that bad. At 24-20, I could see something like that. Or
yep.
Even
Tim chooses Oklahoma and over. I'm like this, man. Arch Manning has looked like trash against everybody he's faced. He really, unless it's Southwest Missouri State or something. Yeah, and somebody that's got
Texas.
he's got a quarterback that's 5'3". He might have a chance, but
But
now this team has a heartbeat. This team is a top 10 team in the country. Oklahoma, not Texas. Texas does not belong in the top 25. They're not there. They're not going to come back. I'll take Texas and the over.
You mean Oklahoma?
We go into our next game with
Rob.
Brian.
Rob.
Yes.
Did you mean Oklahoma you're going to take?
I mean, I'm sorry. I'll take Oklahoma and over.
Yeah.
Yes, Oklahoma. Thank you. Thank you.
And do we have
I done ripped Archman in a new asshole, and then all of a sudden I'm ready to go.
Well,
I'll take Archman.
The teams that he actually beat were San Jose State, UTEP, and Sam Houston. So.
Sam Houston. Sam Houston.
It was a wrestler, yeah.
And he was out there by himself, I think, that day.
Yeah, Sam Houston was by himself. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for fixing that for me. We're going to the second game. Brian, right here. Indiana, the Hoosiers, have had some light years ahead. They've played some really good games this year, but now they get to travel to Oregon to play the Ducks. The Ducks are 8.5-point favorites in this ball game. 54.5. Have at it, Brian.
Indiana is going to get their all Big Ten cornerback D'Angelo Pons returning this week, so that should help them in the secondary. College Game Day is going to set up for this game at Oregon.
Oh, they're back to Oregon? Okay.
Yeah, both teams are coming off a bye. Indiana's offense is pretty methodical, so I'm kind of liking the under in this game. Red zone defense has not been good. They've allowed points on every opponent's red zone trip. Oregon, the quarterbacks are about the same. Dante Moore and Mendoza, they both passed for 1,200 yards, so about 72%. But Oregon's 8-2-1 against the spread over the last 11 ranked opponents. It kind of shows that they know how to approach these tough games. So I'm picking Oregon and the under.
Brian takes Oregon and the under. Have at it, Keith.
I'm right there with Brian. I'll take Oregon probably by about 10 points, 10 to 12.
Tim is taking Indiana, and he is going with the under in this ball game. Rob is not. I like Oregon in this ball game. I think if Oregon played any team in the country right now, it was a -7. The only team I think possibly I would go against is Ohio State. I can't find even Miami right now. I think if Miami came to Oregon right now, I would give a touchdown. That's how big a deal it is to go to Oregon. So I will take Oregon here. I'm going the over. I think a lot of points are going to be scored in this ball game. How about it, Mike?
Have at it. Well, Oregon is 3-0 against the spread this year at home. Okay, and Indiana, and they got to make a long trip out there. And I just read somewhere where Oregon is like right near the bottom in rushing defense and number 3 against the pass defense. I don't see how the Hoosiers are going to hang in this game. I really, really don't. But they both have averaged, they're both in the top 10 in scoring. I think it's going to be a high-end game. I think it's going to be close. So I am going to take Indiana with Oregon winning the game, but it's going to be I think it's going to be a field goal game. And I'm going to take the over.
All right.
And FYI, Tigers just won.
All right.
So
Mike takes Indiana. You went over, you say Mike?
Yes. Yes, please.
Mike takes Indiana and over in that ball game, but he thinks Oregon will win. We go into game 3. We go to Keith, Florida. The Gators are heading to Texas to play. Oh no, they're not playing Texas. Who are they playing? Texas A&M. I'm sorry. Florida's playing Texas A&M. I had A&M too far over the side.
But they're going to be in Texas. They'll be in
Texas. Texas A&M's an 8.5 point favorite. 46.5. Have at it, Keith.
Is that Waco, Texas?
No, it's not.
It's College Station.
College Station, which is near Bryan.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Which school is in
Waco? Is Baylor.
Waco is Texas.
It's Baylor.
Yeah, I should have known it was College Station. I knew. All right. Well, Florida.
I thought Baylor was in Houston.
Houston's in Houston. The Cougars are in Houston. No.
Florida had enough to beat Texas, but their quarterback, I still remember that game against LSU, and that going out into A&M, I don't think that's going to play very well. In A&M, they were able to beat Mississippi State and Auburn, who are probably at least as good as Florida, in my opinion. So I'll go ahead and take A&M to cover. And I forgot the total, Rob. I'm sorry.
46.5.
46.5. Goodness. I'll go over, but that's probably going to be about 48 points.
All right. Okay, comes to me. Tim has taken Texas A&M and the over in the ball game. Yeah, Florida's a mess, man. Florida, their quarterback has got 7 INTs so far. No. It just the numbers are not there. A&M covers this 8.5 no problem by halftime over the total. I'll definitely take A&M there and over. Mike?
It's my turn, yes. Well, first of all, the first and most important thing is Bucky. There's a Bucky's nearby, near College Station, and it is jam-packed for game time over there at Kyle Field, 103,000 people there. Texas A&M is finally making some noise. Finally. Florida, you're right, Rob. They're not that good. I am going to take the A&M. The only thing I'm worried about is will both teams seem to have trouble defensively. So I think when you have trouble defensively, you got to go over. So I'm going to take A&M, and I'm going to go over.
All right, Brian?
So be it.
Well, Florida played their best game last week, but they're still not a great team. Texas A&M rushed for 299 yards against the Mississippi State defense. Last 2 games, they've had 9 sacks and 12 tackles for loss, 10th nationally in generating 20-yard-plus plays. They got an outstanding defensive end named Cassius Howe you might want to watch. And their third down defense, 22 of the last 23 third downs they've stopped. So that doesn't bode well for Florida either. I'm taking Texas A&M. I'm going to agree with Mike on the over. I'm going over also.
Oh,
yeah, they could be maybe one of those teams that gets one of those top 4 seeds at the end of the year if they keep rolling.
Oh yeah, I right now I think they are a top 4 team. I really do. I think they are right the way they're playing. We're going to Keith, Alabama.
No, we're going to you.
Missouri.
I guess
we're going to you.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's coming to me. Okay, it's coming to me.
Yeah, it's gonna go to you.
Alabama playing against Missouri. Alabama 3.5-point favorite and 53.5. I'll tell you right now, Tim has taken Alabama and the under. Rob isn't. I'm not sure Alabama travels so well this year. When they've been on the road, they have not played their best ball. Now,
Georgia.
3.5 points. Huh?
Georgia.
Did they? So yeah, they did go to Georgia, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
You know what? I think Missouri right now, if Georgia came to town, I think they could beat them too. I like Missouri. I don't need the points. I don't need the points in this ballgame. I like Missouri in this ballgame. I just think I just think they're a better team right now, and we will see. I'm gonna take Missouri. I'll go under the total. Michael.
I'm just noticing something that Missouri is one of the best teams. They're best at third down conversions, and they're in like the top 5 in fourth down conversions. Alabama is coming off a big win last week, and it's only a 3-point game, so it's a field goal. Missouri is, I think they're underrated. But Keith, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to give you a spoiler before I make my pick. The winner of the South Florida North Texas game on Saturday is on pace to be in the top 12. Mark it. Anyway.
At what point?
Huh?
What time in the season?
They're going to be in the playoff. They're playing on Saturday.
Not this week, but you mean by the end of the year.
This game is going to the top 12. They're going to be one of the Big 12. One of the Big 12 teams in that playoff. Mark it. I'm going to go with Missouri. I think Alabama's good. I think Missouri will win the game outright. And I'm going to go with Missouri. Oh, what's the under-over again? I have a number, man.
53.5.
Oh, God, that's too high. Under.
All right.
Oh, my God.
How about it, Brian?
Well, other than the first week, Alabama has been outstanding. But, Rob, you're kind of right on their road woes. They're 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 road games. I love watching this Caden Proctor, their left tackle. I think he's one of the best left tackles. And he's a multi-position player. He's played tight end, caught a screen pass. He's run on third and short, 6'7", 375 pounds. The guy is huge, but very athletic. They're tested. Alabama's beat Georgia. They beat Vanderbilt. But I kind of agree with you guys. Missouri is underrated. Ormond Hardy, their running back, along with Justin Haynes of Michigan, are 2 of the best running backs this year. And I hope the Chiefs are watching. I'd like to see them get one of those 2 guys in the draft. Missouri added Bo Perbula as their quarterback. He was the backup at Penn State last year, and I think Penn State kept the wrong guy. They kept Drew Allar. They should have kept Bo Perbula. Perbula has been outstanding, including a long touchdown pass, his very first pass this year. Defense for Missouri leads the country in yards allowed per game for allowing the least number of yards. And they allow only 62 yards rushing per game. And that's going to put a lot of pressure on Alabama's outstanding quarterback, Ty Simpson, if they can't run the football. So I'm picking Missouri to win and cover. And I think it's going to go over.
All right. Brian takes Missouri to win. Cover here, and he's going over the total. Keith.
Yeah, I mean, this is a real big game for Missouri. They got to be really excited for this one, being at home, and to get a team like Alabama. I mean, that's probably the this, the game that they would cherish a win more than any other one, except maybe Georgia. But I think Alabama would probably be it.
I'm surprised he didn't go there.
I think Missouri will. I think Alabama has been playing very, very well, but I think Missouri is a good enough team to hold at home here and win this game. But there's going to be some points scored by Alabama too, so it's going to go over.
Going over.
I looked for tickets for this game, but I didn't get them. I was too late.
What was the cheapest ticket?
It wasn't cheap.
In our,
I figured.
Our last game this week.
I know what it's going to be.
Nebraska at Maryland. Nebraska is 5.5-point favorites. Maryland and Nebraska together 47.5. That's all we got going. Mike, Big Ten game. Go for it.
You tricking me. You know who I thought the game you were going to give me? I thought you were going to give me Ohio State and Illinois.
Yeah, we went with Nebraska, Maryland.
Nebraska
it wasn't
Maryland.
all my choose either.
I thought, now you got me thinking. I don't know. Let's see.
Two
Nebraska,
4-1 teams. They're both 4-1. So.
I know that. I'm just I don't know. It's just what time is the game? Oh,
I think it's early.
Yeah, it's.
I think it's a
2:30.
I think it's a 3:30 game East Coast.
Yeah,
3:30.
I just got it. Yep. Okay, Nebraska. They're 6.5. To me, they're a 6.5 point favorite. Nebraska hasn't done well in years. I'm. You know what? I can't.
5.5. All you got to give.
I can't see this happening. I'm just gonna wing it and go with Minnesota. Take the upset and go under with it.
Well, it'd be nice if Minnesota was there, Mike.
Minnesota's not there.
Maryland. I take the Terrapins, the Toits. Sorry. Yeah, I still.
All right.
I'm going to wing it. I'm going to take
no Gophers.
I'll take the Terrapins.
All right, you're going over under, Mike.
I'm going to go under. I'm going to go under with this game. I don't know why, but I don't think. I think one of these teams is not going to score too many points.
Yeah, Minnesota will score.
Hopefully, it'll be Nebraska.
Go for it, Brian. Have at it.
This is the first true road game for Nebraska. They played at Arrowhead in Kansas City, but that was like a home game. They had about 80% of the stands for Nebraska fans in that game. Nebraska's defense is very, very good. They've allowed only 91 yards passing per game, 50% completion. That's the number one secondary in the NCAA. Maryland won last year when they played Nebraska with a walk-off field goal, 13-10. It was a low-scoring game. And Maryland's quarterback, Malik Washington, has the most yards and touchdowns of any freshman in a power conference. Maryland's defense can play as well. They got 9 interceptions, and they allow only 13.4 points per game, which is 11th ranked nationally. Their offensive line has allowed only 2 sacks, so they've got a very good offensive line as well. So I think it's going to be a close game. I see it going under the total, but I am picking Nebraska. Got a good friend that lives here that has season tickets to Nebraska. He goes to all their games. He won't be going under. It's long.
To me, Nebraska is volleyball. That's the other thought in my head.
They've got Lowell Mahomes, Derek Wyola, and he's playing well. He's doing all right.
I don't know much about it. That's why I'm going with the Terrapins.
All right. If it wasn't for one thing, I'd be more tempted to take Maryland in this. But the thing, last week, they were up 20-0 on Washington. Late third quarter, gave up 24 unanswered points and lost. And man, that has to hurt. I don't know if there might be a little hangover with that. They're still at home, but they are playing a Nebraska team that you bring in good defense in there and a team that's had a pretty good season so far. I just see Nebraska winning this game, getting off to a better start than Maryland. And I'm also going to go under.
Do they cover?
Yeah, they'll cover, and it'll go under.
All right. Keith takes Nebraska and under. Tim is going with Maryland, the Terps. And
Oh my God!
He's going over the total this week. Rob's not. Rob has always had a little second love there for Nebraska. I always used to love the Oklahoma-Nebraska rivalry better than the Texas.
Yeah, I did.
Better than the Texas.
My favorite rivalry.
I like the Oklahoma-Nebraska game much better than the Texas-Oklahoma game. That's just me because I liked watching it in the mid-'80s there, and you knew both teams were bringing it and popping each other. Nebraska's not that great a team still, but guess what? I think they're better than Maryland here. I think they'll travel fine. I'm taking Nebraska. I think we're going to go over the total. I think it's going to be a little bit of a surprise, guys. I think it's going to be some scoring here, Dan. So I'll take Nebraska.
My favorite. That was always my favorite rivalry.
Better than Minnesota.
No,
that rivalry goes back to the
rivalry.
70s.
I loved it.
Gotta love it.
All right,
Florida
folks,
State Miami thing was kind of good for a while though, and I used to always like to watch that USC UCLA game back in.
Uskinakla.
Back in the late 80s.
We are going to the pros now. The over-unders for the week. Rob was 6. Keith was 7. Mike with 10. Brian was 7. Tim was 7. Harris was 7. So for the season so far, I got 38. Keith's got 29. Mike has 46. Woo! Brian has 39. Tim has 36. And Harris has 35. Week 5, NFL. Our picks. Harris had a rough week. He went 5-9. Brian had a rough week. Went 5-9. Tim went 7-7. Keith went 8-6. Mike went 8-6. Rob got lucky and went 9-5. I'm almost to 500 for the season, guys. I'm 37-38. Mike is 39-36. Keith is 42-33. He is rocking the ship.
So you go with him.
Harris is 38-37. Brian is 34-41, and Tim is 38-37. So a couple of guys that had some rough weeks last week.
If you don't mind, Rob, I was just going to say, Brian, I saw where somebody was showing a picture of that last touchdown for Jacksonville, I guess it was, and Jones was just standing there, not doing anything.
Did you see that?
I think Jones said he thought he was down, but that was bad.
It didn't go over well. It didn't go over well for a lot of folks, I think. So let's see who goes first this time. Is it Brian's turn?
Yeah.
Brian.
Well, if you don't
Let's
mind,
start with you, Brian. Thursday night football, the Eagles. 7-point favorites going to the Meadowlands. 42.5 have added Brian.
Yeah, first of all, Rob, I'd like to read the straight ups for the year. Straight up records, I'm 48-30. Rob's 45-33 straight up. Mike is 46-34. Tim 47-31. Keith 35-27, and Harris is 43-35. So Philadelphia and New York. You could say week 5 was for the Birds, except all the Bird teams lost.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Saquon Barkley. He got his knee hurt. He is questionable. He only carried the ball 6 times last week. And I think it was a case of where A.J. Brown whined the Eagles into leaving their boring winning ways and starting throwing the ball all around all over the place, and they got a loss. Or did they lose last week? They won. Philadelphia Eagles.
The Broncos came back.
They lost to Broncos.
Yeah, to the Broncos.
Only one defeated teams.
Yeah, they lost. So the whining, I think, it contributed to that. So going forward, what are they going to do? Are they going to go back to Barkley, or are they going to keep throwing the ball all over the place? The Giants in their game, they lost as well last week. They had a big scatterboo with a fourth quarter fumble. This week coming up, I think the Eagles will rebound and win, and I see it going over the total.
All right, they're going to cover?
Yes.
All right, Brian says Eagles and over. Have at it, Keith.
Yeah, I think the Eagles will bounce back this week. And yeah, the Eagles don't. I thought they would actually, even though they're 4-1, I thought they would be playing better than what I've seen them play when I've been watching them. Maybe I had too high of expectations, but I just kind of figured they'd look a little more dominant than they have in a couple of their games. Giants, at least they try. Give them that.
Hey!
More than the Jets.
Yeah.
But losing Neighbors, that doesn't help. And that could be a long time. Definitely all this year. And is that possible next year too? Achilles, right?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Dart, is he starting?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, he's done all right, but probably a game where the Giants might keep it interesting for a little while, but the Eagles will eventually pull away. So Eagles will cover, and it'll go over.
All right, Keith goes Eagles and the over. Tim goes Eagles and under in this ball game, and I'm like this about it. They can't look any worse than they did last week. Man, they look like trash. They're not a top 5 team in the NFL right now. I'm sorry. The Eagles are not a top – neither team that went to the Super Bowl last year are top 5 teams in the NFL right now. They're just not. 4-1, I don't give a damn. I don't care. There's no 5-0 teams out there. I don't care. The Eagles right now, their defense has got holes in it too. But the Giants have more holes. And the thing is, if they hit Jackson Dart once or twice, Wilson is not going to want to come out there. I'm going Eagles and over here. I think they're going to row. I think they're going to row the boat all over the Jabronies tonight. So tomorrow night. Have at it, Michael.
Okay. I'm going to tell you something. If I told you between the Eagles and the Giants who has better passing and rushing average, who would you say? Would you say the New York Giants? No. Would you say the Philadelphia Eagles? Probably. You were wrong. The Eagles have the lowest passing yardage average in the National Football League. They have the least average total yards in the No Fun League. Meanwhile, I'm kind of worried because my Giants on national TV, not good. The only thing I'm hoping for is that Brian, that the wonderful coach who's going to be fired soon, probably, I think he's going to have to pull Dart early so he doesn't get hurt. Give me the Eagles and give me the under.
All right, Mike goes Eagles and the under. We go to Sunday morning's game now. Are they in Spain this week?
London.
Where?
London.
They're
London,
in Tottenham, London.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay, they're not Tottenham this time, is it?
Yes, it's Tottenham.
It's at Tottenham again. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Keith, the Broncos, 7.5-point favorites, playing the Jets over in London. 44 and a hook. Have at it, bro.
Well, Broncos coming off that big win in Philly. I don't know that has anything to do with this week though, because they're traveling overseas. The Jets can't say they're red hot. They're red with embarrassment more than anything. And I mean, teams like that, you just don't know when they're gonna come out and put a little bit of a fight up. They're not gonna win. Broncos are gonna win. I forget how many points was it?
7.5.
Okay, that's the same as what CBS has now. I'm going to take the Jets with the points because it might be a 7-point game, but the Broncos will win and it'll go over.
All right. Tim went with the Broncos. He went under the total here. Yeah, I'm not sold on a lot of points being scored on this field this week or whenever. Yeah, I think it's going to be low scoring as well. I'm taking the Broncos, maybe a shutout here. 23-0. Broncos and the under I'll take. How about it, Mike?
Okay, I want you to listen to this wonderful Michael statistic. Do you know that if you look at the defenses, the Denver Broncos have given up an average of the second least points in the National League? And do you know who's on the bottom?
Jets.
The New York Jerks. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Bo is going to have fun, and Aaron won't be dancing and prancing. I'm taking the Broncos. I'm going to take the under because I don't think a lot of points are going to be scored in this game. And if they do, it's going to be Denver, and the Jets may get 2 field goals out of it.
Now, how does their coach feel about taking that job?
All right.
I wonder.
We go to Brian.
This is a bye week for Denver. It's a chance to see London, travel over there. I felt last week that was a very gutsy 2-point conversion call by Sean Payton. That was quite a move. Justin Fields will be under pressure from Denver's pass rush. Nick Benito is one of the best edge rushers out there. I've got Denver winning and the total going under.
Your little jet helmet was vibrating there. I don't know why it was getting mad or fired up.
Brian's taking the Broncos in under. Let's see. My turn is Keith's turn?
Yours.
Boys.
My turn. We're going to start Sunday, the 1 p.m. games. The Seahawks traveling to the Jaguars. Jaguars are 1.5 favorite. Total 45.5. Tim is going with the Jags this week, and he's going with the over. Rob's not. That had to be an emotional game Monday night, the short week. Okay, you can tell me all you want to about East Coast, West Coast. They're on a short week. You just don't get over it quite as quick. Seahawks are a legit team. If Darnold can get the ball and manage it around a little bit, I think they'll be okay. I think Seahawks pull the upset here. I'll take the Seahawks and the 1.5. I'm going under the total. I don't think a lot of scoring here at all. Upset City. The Seahawks win. Mike.
You see, Bob, I thought I was going to be the only person on the island, okay? I know it's East Coast, West Coast, but this is the second furthest traveled game in the league. The Seahawks to Jacksonville. The furthest traveled game is Seattle, Miami. But be that as it may, I think Travis Lawrence, I think he got lucky. I think he got lucky on Monday night on national TV. And the only thing I'm going to change my thought is I'm taking the Seahawks. I think they will win the game also, but I'm going to go over. I think a lot of points are going to be scored.
All right. Mike's going to go over. Okay, Brian, have at it.
Last week, Seattle ran into another fourth quarter comeback by the comeback king Baker Mayfield. And I would be tempted to take Seattle in this game, except they've got 5 defenders on the injured list that are listed as questionable. They may be playing, but they're banged up. Jacksonville last week outprepared the Chiefs. They were better. They made plays. Devin Lloyd leads the league in interceptions, and his interception on the goal line, he deeped Mahomes into thinking he was blitzing and then stepped back in front of the receiver. 99-yard pick. That was a 14-point turnaround, and that's what won the game for Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, he made 3 or 4 spectacular plays in that game. He was not lucky. He had a lot of pressure, and he still completed those passes. Travis Hunter showed why he's the number 1 pick. He did more on the offensive side, I think, than he did on the defensive side. The only thing that worries me is Jacksonville does not generate much of a pass rush, and they won't get much of a rush against Seattle either. But I'm going to go ahead and go with Jacksonville to win this game and go over.
Brian goes Jacksonville and over. And we go to Keith.
Yeah, Rob, the way you started talking about the Monday night and the short week and all that, I was kind of thinking about that too. I think Seattle, both these teams are probably similar in strength, but for whatever reason, it seems like over the last couple of years or so, Seattle travels pretty good. They even, when they've gone to Detroit and I think maybe even Minnesota and Pittsburgh and stuff, it seems like they've done fairly well when they've made those trips. Down in Jacksonville here, I kind of also look at Seattle needs to win a little bit more because Jacksonville has, I think, a better record right now. Yeah, they do by a game. So I'll take Seattle to win this one, and I'll go with an over on that one.
All right. Keith goes Seattle and over. Mike, we're coming right back to you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers, 5.5-point favorites going to the Dolphins.
Okay.
And the total 45.5. Have at it, Michael. Go for it, Michael.
Let me see. The fish right now are finding ways to lose games. I think EIEIO is in a little bit of trouble. I keep saying that, and he finds a way. Tua is losing his credit. He's losing his what they call his credibility. I don't think he's going to throw for over 200 yards. I think that the Chargers, that Hebert will have a better game, and maybe they can get their running game going. Because I think Miami's very susceptible to the run, and I am going to, even though it's East Coast, West Coast, I'm going to go West Coast because the Chargers are the better team, and I will take the LAC, and I will go. What was that number again?
45.5.
Oh, do I hate that? I'll go under.
All right. Brian.
Okay, Justin Herbert's going against the Miami defense that's giving up a passer rate of 117. Think about that. 103 is the highest career passer rating of any NFL quarterback in history. So they turn anybody into the best quarterback ever when they play. That's how bad Miami's secondary is. Defensive end Alway was traded for this week and picked up from Baltimore. He's a decent player. He'll help the Chargers. As you know, they're hurting a little bit on the offensive line, but it wasn't overwhelmingly bad last week. They did a credible job. I think if head coach Mike McDaniels loses this game, his seat's hot. he might be fired before the press conference is over.
E-I-E-I-O.
And think about this: if you're in Miami, you're looking at Tua and Justin Herbert. They were both drafted in 2020 in the first round. Miami had the 4th pick, and they took Tua over Justin, and the Chargers had the 5th pick. So there's probably some head scratching going on there. I'm picking Miami to cover, but I think the Chargers will win the game, and I'm picking the total under.
All right. So he's going Dolphins and under. Keith, have at it.
Well, Harbaugh's he's a kind of a high energy kind of guy. I think he'll be able to get some adrenaline out of his team this week and have them playing in high spirits, reminding them that they had that 3-0 start, beating all their division opponents, traveling against a team like Miami. And then they're coming off that game where, Rob, we watched that against Washington, where they were up 10-0. Everything was looking good for them.
Yeah, I told you, don't give up. They didn't.
They got outscored 27-0 the rest of the way. I imagine they're probably going to start having a few of their injured players coming back slowly but surely. Is that true, Brian, or no?
Alt was not dressed last week. I don't know if he's going to be back yet.
He's not coming back this week either.
And Slater's out for a long time. So that's
Alt is out. And he's got 3 more weeks or something, 2 or 3 more weeks.
Yeah, and then the center's out too. So.
Well, their injury list is the only hope the Dolphins probably have in this, and I don't think there's really enough hope there for them. I'm going to go with the Chargers to cover this. I think they win by double digits, and I'll go with the over just because I think the Dolphins might get a couple touchdowns along the way.
All right. Tim is going with the Chargers and the over. I'm not. I'm going with the Chargers. I'm going under the total, though. I'm not sure Miami's going to find any ways to score against his team. Chargers can play good defense. And the thing of it is, I think they're going to try to run the football more. I think this is going to be the week they're going to run for about 175, 200, maybe even more yards. So I will take the Chargers. I think they win by double digits too, Keith. I agree with you.
Chargers don't have Hampton.
They don't have what, Brian?
They don't have Omarion Hampton. He's injured.
Yeah, I know. Omarion Hampton's not. I got a feeling the quarterback's going to run for about 75 yards this week. That Herbert. And that can get you in trouble, but I got a feeling he's going to do some running this week. I'm going to take Chargers, and I'll go under the total.
Didn't he have a good run
against our next game?
Rob, did he have a big run against us early in that game? Like a
41 yards, I think.
41 yards.
Rob, who did Tim take?
Oh, I'm sorry. Tim went with Chargers and over. And I went Chargers and under. All right. We're going to Brian for the next game. We got the Rams. They're 7-point favorites right now. At the Ravens. Ravens without Lamar again. 46 and a hook. Have at it, Brian.
Okay. Stafford's probably going to be good for another 300 yards throwing to Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. They had a rough Thursday night, but I think this will be a bounce-back week for them. Baltimore has yielded the most points in the NFL, 177. Even if Jackson returns, he can't score enough points by himself. If it's Cooper Rush playing quarterback, they may not find the end zone at all. I've got the Rams winning, and I think they're going to run up the score. It's going to be over.
All right, Brian's going to go Rams and over. How about Keith?
Okay. Rams are coming off 2 tough losses in a row. The Eagles game, they had a lead in that one, and that one got away, and then that blocked field goal resulted in the Eagles covering, and then they lose it was a Thursday night overtime to the Niners. But the Ravens defense, I don't know, that's a big mess. It seems like they've been giving up tons of points. So I'll go with the Rams. I think they're playing better football right now. It'll win good medicine for them here, kind of wipe that bad taste out of their mouth from the previous couple weeks. And 46.5, I'll go over since the Ravens seem to be very generous with points right
All
now.
right. So Keith's going Rams and over. All right. Tim, he has went Rams and over. I'm not. I don't think the Ravens are going to blow 2 games in a row at home. Do I think they're going to win? No. I don't think they're going to win. I think this game is going to be tight. And I tell you what, I think my boy from the Rams is going to be on his back a lot this game. I really do. If you got to blitz, you got to blitz. You go do what they got to do. They got embarrassed at home. I don't think it's going to happen again. I'm taking the Ravens to cover these 7 points. They're not going to win. Rams will win, but I'm going to go under the total in this ballgame. I just think that the Ravens got too much pride. I just don't see them not playing a little better. So
Who's starting,
Ravens
Jackson or Rush?
Rush is playing.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. All right. How about it, Mike?
I'm sorry that Lamar is hurt. And I feel bad for the Raven fans because they have one of the toughest fan bases around. And Cooper Rush is their starting quarterback. God help us all. Another East Coast game. I think it's going to be I just think Baltimore is on a downward spiral. I think John doesn't know, or Jim, or whichever of the Harbaughs is the coach, is going down a slippery slope. And Lamar, I don't think he's happy. I really don't. I think that's why he's going to not play for a while. Then you have the other way. You have the pizza. I call him the pizza man. Matthew Mafford. And I don't think Baltimore is really going to get to him because the Rams have a stronger line than the Baltimore defensive line. And I think the Rams are going to rout them. I think it's going to be under. I think the Rams are going to beat them at home badly.
All right, Mike goes. You say under?
Under.
All right. We're going to Keith for the next game. The Cardinals. They got to be kicking themselves in their asses after last week because they did get their asses kicked, but it took them a while to do it. They're going to travel to kind of to the east anyway, to Indianapolis. To play the Colts. Yep. Go play the Colts. 5.5-point favorites are the Colts. 47.5. Have at it, Keith.
Well, I mean, it would stand to reason the Cardinals would come out and, probably make a game of this one. But the Colts just seem to be on a roll, and they're at home. I think they can win by a touchdown in this game. So I'll go with the Colts. They're running the ball well too, so it's not just all put on Danny Dimes. But Michael, 47.5. I hate that score.
I hate that number.
47.5. Gosh, that's a tough one. It is such a tough one. I'm going to go under because it's going to be 27-20.
All right. And you taking the Colts. Tim is going with the Cardinals in this ball game. I think maybe he said the Colts were going to win. I'm not sure. I didn't look. But I think
yes, he did. Colts win outright.
I think he said the Colts win outright, but he's taking the Cardinals, too many points here, and he's going over the total. I'm going to take a little bit of both of y'all's here. Look, Colts right now, I think, is the best team in the NFL. I know not many people are going to agree with me there. A lot of people saying the Lions.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think the Lions play the Colts right now in a just any spot other than in Detroit or in Indianapolis. I think the Colts will beat them. Yeah, I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I'm taking the Colts. I'm going over the total. I think they beat them by 10 points. How about it, Mike?
Yeah, 47.5. You're right, Keith. I hate that number. You're right. Now you understand why I hate 45, 46, 47. Indy's the better team. They're both indoors, so it doesn't matter. Murray's going to be running for his life half the game because this Indy secondary is really not bad at all.
That's what he does.
I could see them getting a special teams touchdown. I can see that. And Danny Dimes, and he can hand the ball off. I'm gonna take the Colts. That 47 number sucks, but you know what? I think it'll be a 30-20 type of a game, so I'm gonna go over.
All right. How about it, Brian?
Well, Arizona is kind of a heartbroken football team. They've lost their two top running backs, and then the guy that's playing now drops the ball before he gets to the end zone. They could have gone up 28-6 if he had held the ball just one more yard.
Wow.
Their secondary is also hurting by injuries, and Arizona has become the first team in NFL history to lose to 3 straight walk-off field goals. Indiana is missing their kicker, Spencer Strader. Strader is out for the year. He's a good kicker, so they got to find another kicker. This team is only punted 7 times this year, and they've had 3 turnovers. Otherwise, they're scoring on every drive. And I saw one of those games back in 2006 when the Peyton Manning was playing the Chiefs at Arrowhead. There were no punts in that game, and they just scored every drive. Both teams. I think Indiana is going to win this game, but I think it's going to go under because I don't see Arizona scoring a lot of points.
So you're going to take Colts and under?
Yes.
All right. Coming to me now. Cowboys, 3.5-point favorites coming to Carolina to play the Panthers. 48.5. Tim is taking the Cowboys and going over. And look, all I can say is this. I don't know who made this line in Vegas, but it could be double this, and I would take the Cowboys. The Panthers are having a lot of trouble scoring. Cowboys are scoring a lot, but I'm not sure they're going to score enough to take care of both teams. Cowboys in the under in this ball game. I think it's going to be over with by halftime. How about it, Mike?
Oh, I'm the other way around. This is the Michael Upset Special. What do I always say every week? Dallas has to score 40 points to win their football games. Do I think it's going to happen? No. I think Carolina is going to find a way in front of their home crowd and pull the upset and go under.
All right.
Super duper upset.
How about it, Brian?
Mike, I kind of agree with you. Dallas may or may not be getting CeeDee Lamb back. They might hold him. He's got a high ankle sprain. May return this week, or they might save him for Washington next week. Dallas's offense has scored 77 points the last 2 weeks. But Carolina is 2-0 at home this year. Rico Dowdle, former Cowboy running back, ran for 203 yards last week. He might run for 303 yards against Dallas's run defense. He's kind of popping off of the mouth. He's telling Cowboys defense to buckle up. So he's saying he's coming. I'm going to pick Carolina, and I think the total will go over.
All right. Brian, take Carolina and over. Have at it, Keith.
Yeah, I think Carolina's going to give them a good challenge here. Dallas does have an offense that can put up a lot of yards, and at times a lot of points. But I think this week they'll get probably a fair number of yards and not be able to get it in the end zone as often. I think Carolina will hang with them all day long and pull one out at the end. It'll probably stay pretty close all day long, but the Panthers, I think, will win it with a field goal or something late. And I'm going to go with the under on that one.
All right. We go to Mike for the next game.
Oh, what did Tim pick?
Oh, I'm
Tim?
sorry. Tim went with the Cowboys and the over.
Okay.
Cowboys and over in that ball game. Michael, the New England Patriots, 3-point favorites, head to New Orleans to play the Saints, 46 and a hook. Have at it, Mike.
It was a good game for the Saints last week, but on I think that the New England Patriots kind of proved themselves a little bit on national TV last week, and May is going to turn out to be a possible star. All I have to say is, Bill who? Give me the Patriots and give me the under.
All right.
Bill who?
Have at it, Brian.
New England lost Antonio Gibson. He's going to be out for the year because of the ACL. So that's a lot more pressure on Ramondre Stevenson, who fumbles too much. He's lost 3 fumbles so far this year. He's got to fix that. 2 young quarterbacks. Drake May is 72%, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I think he's way better than Spencer Rattler. New Orleans has better receivers, and Rashid Shaheed. Every time I see a New England or a New Orleans highlight, seems to be Rashid Shaheed running down the sideline for a long touchdown pass. But I'm picking New England in this game and the total under.
All right. So Brian's going Patriots and under. Have at it, Keith.
Well, Patriots are coming off that big win up in Buffalo, and I kind of feel the same way about that one as I do about the Jaguars. Now they got to travel, though, down in New Orleans. And the Saints, prior to beating the Giants, I mean, they only lost by 12. I mean, it was double digits to Buffalo up in Buffalo, but that was closer than I thought it would be. And then I think they were close against San Francisco and close against the Cardinals. I just have a feeling the Saints will find a way to win this game. And then if they were to play them again next week, the week after, they'd probably lose that time. But I'm going to take them to win this one. And as far as the over-under, I'll go over on that one. 20.
All right.
27-24, 27-20, something.
So we got Keith taking the Saints and going over.
Don't you love those numbers?
Tim is taking the Patriots and he's going over the total. And you know what? I'm feeling what Keith's feeling here. I think Saints. Look, I'm not sure they don't have one of the top 3 or 4 home field advantages out there. I think they're playing a dump dome, yeah, but I think the Saints win outright. I do too. I like them in this spot. New England's better equipped, I think, to play outside. I'm taking the Saints. I'm going under the total, though. I don't think there's going to be a lot of points in this ball game. I will go under. We go to Brian. The Cleveland Browns traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Browns coming from all the way over in Europe. No week off for them. Now I find that they elected not to do it. The league offered to let them have it, and they elected not to want it. They wanted late in the season. They wanted it later in the season and took it later in the season. So I wasn't aware they were able to do that, but they were able to. Steelers 4.5 point favorites in this ball game. 37.5, boys and girls. They expecting a bum rush of points here. How about it, Brian?
Well, only one of Cleveland's games has gone over 38 points. But I think maybe this one will. Quinson Jenkins ran for 110 yards last week. Dylan Gabriel's debut was okay. They traded Flacco to Cincinnati.
Bye-bye.
So now Shadur Sanders moves up to the backup.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin is 14-4 coming off bye weeks. They've not been able to put together a rushing game yet. They're only running for 80 yards a game. Kenneth Gaines somewhat well, is at only 154 yards. That's not starting running back quality. Each team won their home game last year. I'm picking Pittsburgh to win this game, but I think the total will go over.
All right, Brian. That Pittsburgh winning and covering and going over the total. How about it, Keith?
Yeah, the Browns traveling back from overseas. That could be tough. The Steelers came back the week before. Plus, I think, even at his age, I think the Steelers have the advantage at quarterback with Rodgers here. I saw some from Gabriel that made me think, well, for a first start, it wasn't too bad. But then getting rid of Flacco, I think, it's starting to bring the Shadur Sanders circus into town. Yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to be, too. And it was already starting to creep in there anyway. I just think that there's, these distractions getting home from overseas and playing a division rival that's probably better than you. Steelers win, they'll cover, and it'll go over.
All right. Tim is taking the Browns in this game, and he's going over the total as well. I'm not sure who he picked to win the game, but he's taking the Browns and the 4.5 points in this game. I'm not. No, I like the Steelers in this ball game. If Sanders has to play, it's just going to make more and more and more and more of a joke of his team. I really think.
And Tim is in chat, by the way. Tim is in our chat, by the way.
Yeah.
And Daniel.
4.5 points, and they had the week off. And just everything's going for Pittsburgh here. They had a week off. Browns didn't. Browns are just getting back. They just got back on the ground Tuesday morning. So, I'll take the Steelers in this ball game. I will go over. Tim took the Browns. No, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going under the total. I'm going under the total here. I think this could be a 17-10 game, something like that. I think it's gonna be low scoring. So I'm switching up and going to go under the total. How about it, Mike?
How about this? You got Rodgers, and God help us all that Flacco's gone. Thank God. But yeah, the clown show in Cleveland continues. Sorry, Tim, have to say that. I think with Cleveland scoring the least amount of points in the NFL, and even though their defense is good, and Pittsburgh is giving up the most average passing yardage in the NFL. Oh, but you know what? The clown show is in Cleveland, and that don't look good. Even though it's a great divisional rival game, I don't know how many points.
4.5. 4.5.
You know what? I'm gonna take Cleveland because it's gonna come down to a field goal, and Pittsburgh will win the game. I think the total's gonna go under, and Rodgers will have a semi-tough day.
All right. We go to Keith. Let's flip. We're going to the evening games, boys and girls. The Tennessee Titans, who did get their first win last week at the expense of the midget. gonna go play the Raiders. The Raiders are 5.5 point favorites. 41 to hook. Have at it, Keith.
Well, I was thinking about this game earlier today, and the Raiders have been pretty bad. I mean, they got clobbered by the Colts, and they got they won against the Bears, but that wasn't a real. Well, I mean, they should have beat the Bears. They lost to the Bears. I'm sorry, but they should have beat the Bears, and then the Bears team that hadn't been playing well came back and beat them, and they looked terrible against our Commanders. But at times, the running back Gianti looks good. They've got a receiver. I can't remember who it is now. That makes some plays. They've got the tight ends.
Tight end's out.
And then they've got Crosby. And I don't know.
Tight end is out, though. I will say that. Tight end's out this week. They're all-pro tight end. What's his name?
Brock Bowers.
Bowers is out.
But then Crosby, I think, might have a good day here against a rookie that hasn't had the best of seasons so far. So I'll take the Raiders to win this game. What was it, 5.5?
5.5. Can they cover?
I'll give the points. Might be their best game of the year so far. 41. What is it? How many? 41.5 or less than that?
Yeah, 41.5.
46.5.
I got 41.5 is what I got.
I'm looking at the email. Email says 46.5.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
All right. We'll go by 46.5 then. All right.
Under.
All right. Makes it a lot easier.
You had to change it to a number that Michael likes.
Yeah. Tim was taking the Titans and going under this game. I am too. You giving me 5 points and all I gotta do is say the Raiders? Yeah. Raiders win this ball game by a field goal, not by a touchdown. I'm taking the Titans. I'm taking them 5.5 points. I think I'm going to be on the winning side here. I like this. I'm definitely going under the total. But, yeah, I'll take the Titans and under. How about it, Mike?
Who's the backup for the Raiders?
Backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Is it O'Connor or O'Connell? O'Connor.
He is.
Oh,
God.
Iowa State, I think.
Because I'm going to make another spoiler. Geno Smith's going to get injured in this game. And they're going to have to bring in O'Connell. Oh, Lord. Probably be a lot of Nashville fans in Vegas. I got to go with you guys. I'm going to take those points. I'm going to take Tennessee. Cam Ward might have one of those games where he's going to show up.
Kenny Pickett is number 2 right now.
Oh, Kenny Pickett. Okay.
Oh, that's right. Kenny Pickett. Kenny pick his nose. I'm still going to go with Tennessee, and it's going to be 41, huh? Thank God it's not 46, because now that makes me because it's going to be an over. If it was 46, I'd be up a freaking tree, because I think it's going to be either 45 or 46 points. But in this case, I'll take Tennessee and go over.
Jacoby Myers was the other guy I was trying to think of.
It's 46 and a hook, Mike.
I'll take it.
All right, and is the Titans going to win straight up?
Yes.
Okay. How about it, Brian?
Okay. Tennessee has allowed a running back to score each week they played. Cam Ward is struggling, 51% passing, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I can agree with you, Keith. Max Crosby is going to give him problems. He may be going home after a game with Crosby still on his back.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers was not suited up last week. He's been struggling all year with an injury. That's why his numbers are kind of down. So Ashton Genty will get a heavy workload. And also Tennessee has allowed the second most rushing yards in the NFL. I give the coaching advantage to Pete Carroll over Tennessee's new coach. But Carroll's got to worry about Geno Smith throwing 9 interceptions over 5 games. So at some point, he probably needs to turn to Pickett. I've got in this game Tennessee covering, but Las Vegas winning and going under.
All right.
And you know, Petey should be spending more time at the slot machines.
This is my turn. 49ers traveling to Tampa Bay to play the Bucks. The Bucks are 3-point favorite here, 47.5. And I'll tell you what, Tim is going with the 49ers and going under the total right here. I should be too. Everything points to the Bucks winning this ball game, but I'm not. I'm taking the Niners in this ball game. Something tells me the Niners are going to come in this week and play with a little bit of arrogance. I know the Bucks have thrown for 1 million yards, probably looking at the MVP right now if we looked at Baker Mayfield. I don't care. I am taking the Niners in this ballgame. I think this is going to be a little bit of a stinking upset here. I'm going Niners. I'm going with the under in this ballgame. Go for it, Mike. And Tim went with the Niners and under as well.
No, you guys think you guys are thinking that this is going to be one of those. This is a national game, and sometimes I think national games bring out the spotlight in some people, and Baker Mayfield is one of them. And they're home, and it's going to be nice out there. And San Francisco's got to go West Coast, East Coast. I'm going to take the Buccaneers, and I'm going to go under the total.
No. All right.
No.
Under the total, and it's time for Brian. Go for it, bud.
Oh, this could be a great game. San Francisco's had extra time to get ready for this game. They might be getting their wide receivers back, Ricky Pearsall and Juwan Jennings. And they are the one team that Baker Mayfield has not been able to beat. Mayfield's 0-4 against San Francisco. San Francisco has had some new names really step up for them. Alfred Collins, a defensive tackle, that punch fumble at the goal line, big play in that game. Both teams are, like I said, are 4-1. But Tampa's wins have all gone to the final minute. Every time the Bucks look dead, Mayfield brings a defibrillator. He scored against Atlanta at the end of the game with 59 seconds on a 25-yard touchdown to Ibuka. Houston was Rashad White, 2-yard run. And then against the Jets in Seattle, they had 2 walk-off field goals as time expired. So they're kind of a heart attack team. I'm going to agree with Tim and Rob, and I'm going to go straight up with San Francisco. I think San Francisco wins and covers. And I have this under the total.
All right. Time for Keith.
I feel like I've kind of underestimated Tampa Bay a little bit this year, and I didn't expect them to go up to Seattle and get that win, but that's where they were, and now they're making that big trek back home. And the 49ers are 3-0 on the road this year. They're getting a little healthy. That's going to make things even better. But regardless who plays quarterback, whether it's Purdy or Mac Jones, I think they've pretty good hands right there. So I don't think that's going to be a problem. Yeah, this could be a really, really good game that comes down to the very end. I'm going to go with the 49ers, just a hunch, and under.
All right, Keith goes Niners and under. Michael, we coming to you next, my friend.
Yeah.
The Cincinnati Bengals. Uphill climb this week. They're going to take on the Green Bay Packers. The Packers are 14 and a hook favorites. 44.5. Have at it, Mike.
I'm going to read you something that I saw now. It says to hear one reason to like the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengal quarterbacks have a 139.1 passer rating against the heavy rush this season, fourth best in the No Fun League. The Packers have allowed a passer rating of 120 with a heavy rush this season, 10th worst in the NFL. What does that mean to me? Absolutely nothing. What do you have for a spread at this?
14.5.
Yeah, that's a good number. Why not? I'm going to take, and the Packers are home, and I think the Bungles are going to they could get shut out. Possibility exists. So I'm going to.
Oh, all the suspense now.
So I'm going to. It could have ended better with him, couldn't it? So I'm going to take. I tell you what, when he comes back, we'll get him. Go for it, there. Go for it, Brian.
Michael, did you drop through a hole in the floor?
Yeah, I think his wife flushed him or something.
Oh man.
His dogs ate him.
Yeah, something bad happened.
Go for it, Brian.
Well, Green Bay's offensive line has allowed a 40% pressure rate, but their offensive line is slowly getting healthier, so that could improve. I don't know why Cincinnati traded for Joe Flacco. The problem has been they cannot protect Browning, and now they're going to put a 41-year-old quarterback back there who can't run either. How's that an improvement? I just don't get it. To get Flacco, they gave up a 5th and 6th rounder.
No, they just gave up a 5th. They getting a 6th back.
Okay, so they're getting a 6th with him. Okay,
yeah,
that makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
They can't run the ball, can't pass protect. I'm picking Green Bay in the total to go over.
All right. We're going to go back to Mike here in a second.
Crap.
You say.
You know, reading all that stuff,
you were just about to make your final reveal there, Michael.
I'm sorry. After reading all that garbage, and it was garbage, I'm taking the Packers, and I'm taking the under.
All right. Packers and the under. Go for it, Keith.
I'm going to be embarrassed.
Well, Green Bay hasn't covered that spread against anybody this year, but they played the Lions and the Commanders. Browns, of course, they lost that one on the road, and they tied with Dallas. So coming back home, I think Green Bay, though, against a very wounded Bengals team in more ways than one, probably. I think Green Bay just lights them up. They really do. I think they beat them probably by 20 points. So they'll cover. And that number was 44.5.
Yeah.
By the way, who's starting for Cincinnati?
I'll go under. I'll be like 34 to 10.
Jake Browning is starting, but they have also said that if he has problems, they will go to the bench. They've already said that. Tim is taking the Packers and going over. Keith, you took Packers in the under, correct?
That's right.
Gilligan's Island's coming out right here, boys and girls. I'm sorry. 14.5 points. Nobody's covered it this year. If the Bills can't cover 14.5, hell no. I'm not taking the Packers. Bengals here. Packers gonna win the game. Yes, I'm not that damn stupid. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the Bengals, and I'm going under the total here. I just think that 14.5 is just too much. That's just what I think here. All right, we're going to Brian.
We need Tim's pick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tim took Packers and over. Yeah, I'm on the island. And we're gonna let Brian have it right here. The Lions going to the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a 1.5 favorite at home. 49 and a hook. Get double time here, Brian. Have at it, bud.
Yeah, I don't know why we're favored in this. Kansas City. It seems like last year they were 11-0 in one-score games last year, but that mojo has flipped. They're losing these one-score games. They're 0-3. Detroit's hurting in their secondary in this game. Terry and Arnold might miss the season, and the other cornerback DJ Reed is also out. Offensively, Detroit's averaged 40 points a game, and they've got 2 300-yard rushers. They got 3 guys. Kansas City has no 300-yard rushers, and no one even over 200. Mahomes, I think, is still the leading rusher. They've got 3 guys who have more than 200 yards receiving. Last week, our special teams were incredibly bad. That's the worst I've ever seen them in 10 years. The special teams just couldn't do anything right. So I don't know what was up with that. On the one hand, you could look at Kansas City, and they could, except for about 5 plays, they could be undefeated. They had a 14-point turnaround against the Chargers. And they had that 14-point turnaround against Devin Lloyd and the Jaguars. But they're not playing like an undefeated team. Now, they're starting to show signs of getting a rhythm offensively, but they still don't have Rashee Rice. This is his last game. He's out. They'll get him back the next week for the Raider game. Kansas City, I think they need to win. It seems like one of those Super Bowl years, in the middle of the season, they lost 3 out of 4. So I'm not exactly dying of a heart attack just yet. They can win 3. They can lose 3 out of 4 and recover for that. They've got the talent to recover. But I think they're going to lose 3 out of 4. I think Detroit's going to get them. I've got Detroit in the total going over.
All right, Brian takes Detroit and over. Have at it, Keith.
Yeah, I think the Lions are playing. I think they're a better team than the Chiefs right now, and regardless of where this one's at, being in Kansas City, I think the Lions are still going to go in there, and it'll be a lot of points in the game. But I think the Lions are going to outscore them, and the defensive line of the Lions might be the difference in this one if they can get some pressure on Mahomes enough to disrupt him to make up for whatever woes they have in injuries in the secondary. So Lions to win, and it'll be over.
Over the total. Okay. Tim is going Lions and over in this ball game. Rob ain't. I am going to be bold, and I'm going to say this is going to be a 10-point win for the Chiefs in this ball game. They got to have it. They are potentially 3-4 games out of first place, and the other divisions are playing well enough. They might not get a wild card in this thing. They may have to win that division. Chiefs ain't losing this ball game. Chiefs will win this game outright by 10. The Lions, I'm not impressed by the Lions. Everybody else sees something I don't see. I don't think the Lions that damn good. I think the Commanders are a better team. I think the Eagles are a better team. I think the Lions are not even in the top 10 right now in the conversation. Their Jags are a better team. There's so many teams out there right now. Niners. Yeah, I'm not impressed by the Lions at all. I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm going under the total. No, I'm sorry, over the total. I think both teams could score 30 points in this ball. Have at it, Mike.
Ready for this wonderful statistic? The Chiefs score 14 points per game in the fourth quarter. 5th best in the No Fun League. The Lions allow 21 points in the fourth quarter this year. Worst in the NFL. So no island for you, Rob, because I look at that and I think it's a bounce back game for the Chiefs, and it's a must win for the Chiefs because Andy Reid is missing his cheeseburgers. Travis is worried about Taylor and her record sales, and I think the Chiefs are going to find a way to win. I don't like the number because it's one of those numbers where it's going to be 20, it could be 28-21. So therefore, and for there, I am going to go under the total.
All right. We're going to Keith. Keith, Monday night, the first of the Monday night games. The Bills travel. They're 5.5-point favorites, traveling to the Falcons. 46 and a hook is the total here. Have at it, Keith.
Well, the Bills need to have the bounce back win. The Falcons are capable of keeping teams close in their own stadium, I think, but I just have a feeling the Bills will find a way to just barely cover that spread. It'll be a one-score game, though, and I'll go over.
So you're taking the Bills and the over.
Yeah.
Tim likes the Falcons here. I don't know. You have to double check and see if he likes them to outright win.
The hobbyist stopped in.
Huh?
The hobbyist stopped in.
What's up, hobbyist? What's going on, bud? But Tim is taking the Falcons right here, plus the 5.5, and he's going over the total. Rob ain't. This is the one team, I think, in the NFL that had the week off that did not need the week off. Yeah, you got a rookie quarterback. You want to keep rolling and keep rolling and keep rolling and keep rolling and kind of stop his progress, and then we're going to start him again. No. The Bills in this game, I think this could be a rout by halftime. I really do. It's just not a good spot for the Falcons. I don't care if they are at home. I'm taking the Bills. I'm going over the total here. I think this could be a 40-point evening by the Bills. I think they're going to impress. Tim takes Falcons and over. Michael, have at it, bud.
Oh, it's Artie Blank, baby. All you have to say is make a very easy comparison. Josh Allen on one side, Michael Penix on the other side. Easy. Now, you think I'm going to watch this game? Oh, wait a minute. I just realized something. I can watch football on Monday night because WWC is on early in the morning on Monday morning because they're going to be in Australia. So I'll be able to watch football. So give me the Bills and give me the over.
So Mike says Bills and over. Brian, have at it.
I'm taking the over also. Milano and Ed Oliver, defensive tackle, two of their best defensive players, are questionable for this game. But it's hard to think that Buffalo is going to have two poor performances in a row. Both teams have very good offensive lines. But again, as you compare Allen to Penix has been inconsistent. Some days he's great, some days he's not so great. Bijan Robinson will be Atlanta's best chance to win this game. He's got 314 yards rushing and 270 receiving. He's their main part of their offense. But I got Buffalo winning and going over in a total. I think both teams are wearing their throwbacks.
All right. They going to cover, Brian?
Yes.
And you're going over.
Over.
All right. Going to come to the end of the night here with the last game of the week, the late game on Monday night. It's coming to me. For everybody watching, do hit the like, do hit the subscribe button, and I'll have Harris's picks. We'll probably might post them on here. I don't know exactly how we will, but we will get Harris's picks before the end of the night. Want to thank Mike. Want to thank Brian. I thank Keith as well for everything they do to help my channel out. Bears at the Commanders. Commanders are 5.5-point favorites, 50.5. Tim is taking the Commanders and going under the total in this ball game, That's Tim. Rob is going to do the same thing. Man, I'll tell you what. They really impressed me this past week. The Commanders did. They put on the best road game performance they've done in at least 10 years. They held their composure down 10, put 27 on the board. They were playing a better team in the Chargers than this Bears team. They're going to beat the hell out of this Bears team. I really think they will. 10 points or plus. I like it. I like our chances here. Might pull the driver. Yeah, look like. So I'm taking Commanders. I am going to go under the total though. Yeah, I'm going under the total. Have at it, Michael.
Oh, Caleb Williams, waste of time. Jaden Daniels is still hot, and the Commanders, they're gonna give Philly a run for their money. And I am going to be very simplified and take the Commanders and go under.
All right, Mike takes Commanders and under. Have at it, Brian.
Chicago should be well rested from their bye week, but last year they lost to Jaden Daniels on a Hail Mary pass, if you remember that.
Yeah.
Chicago's defense just gives up too many points. Now, Washington's been missing McLaren, but boy, they found this running back, Krosky Merritt. He's been outstanding. That guy's good. 283 yards, 6.6 yard average per carry. Jaden Daniels had a real successful return to his lineup last week. I think Washington rolls in this game, and I think it goes over.
All right, Brian goes Washington and over. And to finish the evening out, Keith, have at it, bud.
Yeah, I think this matchup works out pretty good for the Commanders. I mean, it's not out of the question that the Bears come in and make this a tough game. And Washington, the penalties can seem like they pop up at real bad times sometimes for this team, and the mistakes. But the thing is, the Bears are really bad at that too, with the penalties and stuff. I like Washington's running game better than Chicago's. I think Swift has been getting on the wrong side of the coach with some of these stiff arm type penalties, grabbing face mask. And Williams is not. I think Daniels is definitely a better quarterback than him. He throws a better deep ball. He reads the defense, gets rid of it quicker. And he's, I think, a better runner than Caleb Williams is, because Caleb Williams is just too indecisive on what he's doing. And airmails too many throws down the field. I also kind of get this thing that I don't think it's really out any open, but I feel like that Williams and this coach might not really get along the greatest. I think the coach Johnson has said some critical things about him to his face, and I don't, even though he's kind of saying the right things about it in public, I think it kind of does gnaw at him a little bit, and I just don't know if that's going to be something that works out long term there with a relationship between those two. But it has to if there's going to be any success here. Washington will win this game. I think.
Do they cover? Do they cover?
I think they will. It'll be a little closer than maybe with some of the other predictions so far on here, but they'll cover. And this fairly high scoring game, but I'm going to go under on that one. I think.
Yeah. 50.5, you went under on that one.
Maybe only a 27-20 game.
Hey, do we want to do locks tonight? We hadn't done them in a while.
We could.
All right. All right. All right, Mike. Go first, Mike.
All right.
Go around.
And it has to be pro, right?
Pro straight up. Pro straight up.
Pro straight up.
Yeah.
Oh, do I dread this? I'm thinking I'm gonna save my play for Monday night and go with Josh Allen, and the Bills are rolling into Atlanta and set fire and and start going with the wind all over again.
Gotcha.
Give me the Bills.
Brian.
Denver over the Jets.
Denver over the Jets is, let's see, that is Brian's
I
pick.
got a reason to get up early Monday.
Keith.
Or Sunday.
Packers over the Bengals. I mean, to me, that seems to be the most obvious one.
Packers over the Bengals, 14.5. Yeah. Keith has that one. Let's see what I'm going to take. I will take nothing there. Oh, you know what I'm going to take? I'm taking the Cowboys over the Panthers. I like that. I think Cowboys will roll that game. I ain't sure they won't win by 20 in that one. So, week 6 is gonna be in the books here pretty soon, guys. But 1/3 of the season is gonna be over with. Any last words from anybody? Mike, Brian, Keith?
No, my team just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling towards the number 1 pick.
Brian?
Last week was a nightmare. It's got to get better. Our picks will be better this week.
Just
Keith?
what's your analysis of the top 25? Just real quick, do you think that there's somebody that's highly rated way too high, ranked too high?
Like Texas and Penn State shouldn't even be in the top 25.
They're not.
They're not now.
They're not. They're not. No, they're not. No,
and they can't be in the playoff either.
Well, they can. They still
might be a
can.
little overrated.
No, they're not going to be. There's going to be a team that's going to have 1 loss. There's going to be teams that are going to have 1 loss. There's going to be teams that are going to have no losses. God forbid, maybe even Liberty might have no losses.
Liberty's got 2 or 3 losses. They've already.
So they're done. They're done. Okay.
Does 13 seem a little high for Georgia Tech or no?
I don't know.
They're on.
But they've played well. They've really played.
And they've had a decent schedule too.
Yeah. Old Dominion. They won the Commonwealth Cup this year. They're the team that they beat every team in the state that they've played. Now, I don't know what else they've got. I don't know if they got any big name teams or not, but I don't think there's any chance they could be ranked in the top 20. I really don't. But
why is BYU so high up?
Unbeaten.
BYU's winning. But
that's the only reason.
They beat up on Colorado, won it? Was it Colorado?
Was it? I don't know.
I think they.
I just keep seeing them like 19, 17, 18.
I'll tell you a team I really like. It's been Miami up till now. I like A&M. I really do. I think A&M has a chance to go 12-1, and they might go undefeated. It wouldn't surprise me. It's going to be interesting to see the SEC.
What do you think of your Cavaliers? Do you think that they could move up anymore? Or you think they've kind of reached their limit at 19?
You know what? The Cavaliers is playing better defense than I thought they could play. I'm not a fan of theirs by any stretch, but they marched their asses into Louisville and beat them. They got some tough games ahead. They got to play Duke. I know a lot of people say Duke's a joke. Duke's a pretty good team too. Florida State, Miami, that's never easy. I don't care when you play those games. They're just not easy games. And we'll see what happens there. I still think UVA is going to lose a couple more, and I think they're going to take themselves out. I think Georgia Tech right now, them and Miami are the two best teams in the ACC. We'll see what happens. Pitt's playing pretty damn good too. So, but I just don't see the ACC playing any part in this playoff to where it's going to be an ACC team railing some Big Ten or SEC team. It's going to be those two conferences. SEC Big Ten. We're going to see what they bring in. James Franklin's not getting fired. He could lose 3 more games. He's not getting fired. The magic number is 50. 50 million if they
I'm
fire
kind of
him.
surprised Arizona State's in the top 25.
If they fire him one day before his contract's up, he gets a $50 million bonus. 50, not 50. He's going to be there in 2030. If they haven't fired him yet, they're not going to. This team's going to lose 2 or 3 more games, though. You watch. Penn State, at best, will be a 7-5 team this year, and they were number 1 starting the season. That shows me a lot about what they've got going on. I just
Texas.
It's going to be a very educational weekend this weekend in colleges, because we'll find out if Illinois can hang with Ohio State. We'll find out if Illinois is for real.
Yeah,
and we'll find out a lot between Alabama and Missouri. Which of those two are worthy of high rating.
How many point favorite is Ohio State? It's 8.5, 9.5.
Yeah, I was going to say 7 or 8. Yeah,
8.5. I think I would give that up. I think Ohio State's a better team here. I really do. I mean, Illinois got railed. Absolutely stomped by Indiana by 60 points.
Yeah,
I don't know how you recover from that. I really don't. And Ohio State ain't a team you recover from. Ohio State's a team you run from if you don't have to play them. Missouri, that game, like you say, that might be the game of the week. But I'm going to be watching that Maryland-Nebraska game, too. I think that's going to be a pretty damn good game, too. I really do. We got a good slate of games on college this week. Pros this week, not the best games in the world, but it's some decent ones. And then the division games are going to start kicking in, and it's going to make things a lot more interesting here in the upcoming weeks. For Brian, for Keith, my name's Rob. Mike is already shot out of here. He like a cannon. He's looking forward to the Yankees game. Don't forget the Phillies play tonight at 9:00. They lose tonight and they're out. I think they win tonight. I'm going to take them, even with Nola playing and pitching. I'm taking the Phillies to win tonight. Pull the upset. We'll see what happens.
Brewers are within a run now.
Yep, we're going to run now. Have a great, great evening, guys. God bless, and we will see you again